One of the most common questions that I'm getting lately is what is the best golf launch monitor that I can have basic practice but no subscription? This is becoming a very popular question, and a lot of people are just looking for a more basic setup. They don't want to buy a gaming PC, and they don't want to have an ongoing subscription. So what gives them an accurate level of data? It's a nice launch monitor, but it doesn't have any sort of subscription, comes with like a basic range software. Well, I think I found another great solution for you guys, the GolfJoy Spica 3. So I've actually covered this in the channel. If you haven't seen those other videos like the unboxing and first look, make sure you check that out. I actually take a look at their 4K PC desktop software, but today we're going to look at something all different. So this is their iOS-based software that I'm running with an iPad, and it doesn't take any crazy, type of iPad or iPhone for that matter to run it, and I think you're going to be really impressed with what you get, not only with no subscription, but if you want a subscription, what you can run on that iOS device. So let's just talk about things really quick. So the way I have this set up, this is a full-blown golf simulator. Some people might not need this, okay? I just have my iPad sitting over there with an HDMI dongle that's running up to the projector, and I actually have my GolfJoy Spica 3 wirelessly connected, has a very strong battery in it, so I'm not worried about the battery dying, and I'm also impressed with the app not draining the battery on the iPad. So that's something that happens with some apps. They're built for inefficiencies that might drain the battery really fast. I have not noticed that at all with this. So a couple things just to point out here. But what I want to point out that a lot of people have been asking about, if I buy the GolfJoy Spica 3, which actually I should mention right now, if you look down in the description and pin to the top of the comments, I have a new discount code for you guys. You can save 10%, and it also helps support the channel at the same time. Costs you nothing to do that, so you can support the channel and save 10% to get the best price on this unit. But if I buy this GolfJoy Spica 3, I don't want to have third-party software. I don't want to have to buy more software. What do I get? Well, you get this GolfJoy Pro app, and they're actually working on a desktop piece of software as well that they said that will have no subscription and give you some basic practice capabilities. All right, so let's just go ahead and go over. You'll see that it says course, practice, and game. So this has full course capabilities that I'll show here in just a second. There is the practice capabilities, and it also has game capabilities. This is all running right from the iPad, and connectivity is really cool as well. Let's just go ahead and head out to the range. There are multiple different ranges available, and there are also settings down here that you can select, whether it be your skill level. If you want to have some forgiveness on shape or anything like that, you can actually do that. It's kind of cool that they're trying to make things fun, not just for pro golfers, but also for someone that just wants to have fun. So they have a lot of different things that you can set up, along with detailed settings as far as like, wind or breeze. You can actually have real-time video. You can have ball data. All kinds of different things that you can select, okay? So I have everything set up just as like I would normally practice, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit confirm. We're gonna head out to just the normal driving range. Loads up really fast. Very impressed with the graphics as well. Now why do you see me? And of course there's gonna be a super bright light back there because I have to light myself up in this dark space. But why do you see me in this camera? Well, they allow you to use either your iPhone or iPad if you wanted to set it up over there, which I would normally probably set it up over there, just my HDMI wasn't over there, so you guys would see me face on. But you can actually use that for a swing camera. All right, so I'll show that in action here in just a second. Let's go ahead and just select the club that we'll be using. We'll hit some 8-irons down there, and I want to show you what this looks like, the data that you get, the graphics when it's moving. You can even get the impact. Connectivity though, let's talk about that just real quick. So when I have my iPad on my local network here, and I have the GolfJoy Spica 3 connected to my local network, I don't even need to do anything. Turn on the device, it connects. Turn on the iPad, it connects, and I'm off and running. So connectivity is very, very simple. So let's go ahead and move the ball. This has been sitting for a while. It does go into a power saving mode, which actually I like a lot. I think that's great. And let's go ahead and try to hit just a little cut 8-iron down there. Not a bad shot. I mean, it was a little thin. Not here to really worry about my shots today as much as to show you guys the software. But check it out. Look, you get the impact camera, and even when you're out doing course play, which is a subscription. Let's talk about that right now too. So that's $249 a year if you want course play. But this is what it seems like a lot of people were asking for, is just what device gives me some really good data with no subscription and a basic range where I can practice. Well, guess what? You get GolfJoy Pro, and you will get features like the swing camera that's built in and the impact camera that's built in. I don't have a sticker on my club day. I apologize, I didn't have stickers out here in the garage setup, but we're not really worried about it. I've showed that in other videos if you want to check out the club data. You would get club data on your iPad, but let's just go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and hit this little camera down there, and if I had my face-on camera going, you can see right here that I can actually do a comparison video that they have built into this app. I was just very impressed that they actually have comparison videos set up. You can look at trajectory, which gives you kind of the flight of the golf ball. You can see I didn't really cut that, it was kind of thin. And then you can see club head, which is going to allow you to go frame by frame if you want to. So you can just actually go frame by frame and watch the impact. Notice that that was a little bit thin. You can even adjust your brightness if you want to see more inside that video, and it's gonna give you the rest of the data. So very powerful. I'll hit one more shot down there for you guys. That way maybe I can redeem myself, and at the same time, maybe you can get a good idea of what the software looks like out at the range. And then we're gonna head out to a famous golf course. That was a little better. Might have pushed it just a little bit, but not too bad. I'll take that all day long. I redeemed myself. All right, good stuff. My normal carry, 158. I've been very impressed with the data from this unit, 3-camera unit, built-in infrared. Like I said, you got to see that unboxing video if you haven't seen it, because I really go over a lot of details, and I'll do more for you guys too. I was thinking that we could do a full on-course play, playing like 9 or 18 holes with the iOS software. I can show you phone as well if you want to see that. I've already tested it though. It's in a 16:9 format, which is really nice. Same graphics it looks like and everything. This is an iPad Pro. What is the smaller one? I think it's a 13-inch. And so that comes out to close to a 16:10 screen. And so what that allowed me to do is just have 2 little black bars over there. If I wanted to do corner correction and stretch that out, I could do that. Depending on your projector, it's not that hard to do a custom resolution, but I mean, it looks great to me. So I have no issues with that at all. I could do wind practice, all kinds of things out here. So let's go ahead. If you wanted to do the $249 subscription, and I should say this also comes with a 90-day trial as well. So you get to do the course play, and I can check out the other ones anytime, but let's go to course practice. All right, we'll go to play. You can select the different regions. I've already downloaded Georgia Golf Club, which I'm sure you know what that is, and I think there's some licensing concerns on what they call it, but Pebble Beach obviously looks official. And you can do the same thing. You can go into settings here. Now it defaults to chip and putt. I'm going to do stroke play, and this is something I actually have to give them feedback on. The only course practice where you can move the ball around, and don't get me wrong, you can slide it back and forth, you can't really jump hold a hole easy, from what I noticed. I mean, I can try it one more time, but I'll show you what it looks like. So if you go to chip and putt, and you go to hole settings, for instance, and you just try to select like only 7. See how I can't, even up here, I think if I, starting on 7 is what it is, but you're gonna notice that I'm better off almost just selecting stroke play, because what it's gonna do is it's going to take me out and it's gonna set me up for chipping, I believe. So I'll show you what that looks like. This is the feedback I have to give them. If I would have selected stroke play, it wouldn't have me here. It would actually have me up on the tee box. But notice how there's a little slider here. You can just slide wherever you want. But see, the problem comes in is where do you want that ball? But that's fine, we'll just go right here. And I think if I start from there, I'm not gonna have to use mulligans like I would with the normal stroke play. So really you could go to any hole you want like I did and use the course practice. I just think that it could be a little simple. You actually can't select another hole right now, at least from what I found. You can skip holes, but you actually can't just say, let's just jump to hole number whatever. You can change cups, which is really cool. I thought that was great. You know, there's all kinds of powerful features, but I'd like them just to adjust a few things, I think. So we definitely don't want to hit an 8-iron unless I can magically hit a really good chip down there. This says adjusted slope down there is 90 yards. So I'm thinking chippy 54 because I'm not warmed up. This might be too much club, but I'll try to cut across it, take some off, get a little spin on it. Let's see what we can do. Nice spin on it, 94.90, but I think it might be too much. I just didn't cut it enough. Yeah, that's just too much with the slope. All right, so I guess but see, now what it's doing is it's taking us to the chip shot again, even though I moved it. So I think this is where it's going to be much better off that you do the stroke play, like I said. So let me just show you how that works really quick. It loads so fast, we might as well just exit out. And we're going to go back, and we're going to go to course practice, play, America, Pebble Beach. And then instead of chip and putt, we'll go to stroke play. We'll go to hole 7. Which it looks like we're already selected as our first hole. Technically, there are other settings like the venue settings that you could go to, different rules, gimmies, all these type of things. But I'm just going to go ahead and hit confirm and start. Now, what's also wild is this actually has their online play feature available. Now, what did I do? Did I select the wrong hole? Did I select 9 and not 7? I apologize. Let's go back out really quick. I mean, it's so quick to do. It's not that big of a deal. Stroke play, hole settings, first hole, hole number 7. I don't know what I might have done there. Maybe because I had the back 9 selected, because I did this earlier and it worked. It says top 9. Let's just see what. No, maybe that's what I did is continued the last match. Yeah, here we go. That's perfect. And so what I can do now is hit shots. Now this is the one I think I was hitting. See how it's adjusted 95? It's a little bit longer. Let's see if this is still too much club. It probably is. But everything is essentially the same, but I have 20 mulligans down there, which I think you could even set to unlimited. And now I can hit shots. Now, I noticed that it's on a tee on a par 3. I think that's a little more feedback I could give them. Let's go ahead and hit one of these down there. Oh, of course, it fell asleep right as I was. That wouldn't normally happen to you, obviously, if you were just playing, but let's go ahead and see if we can cut one down there. That should have a nice cut to it, almost 10K. Oh, yeah. Come on, spin back, spin back. And it spun back a little bit. Just a little too much club. But so what I can do now is one, I could putt. I've shown this in their other software if you want to see it, but it works perfectly on the iOS. So if you want to, I can just hit a putt really quick. I have no idea what I have the stimp set at. While I'm doing this, I could still pull up all of that data that I was showing you before. So one, if you were doing swing video with your iPhone or iPad, you can do that. Trajectories there for all your shots, club heads there. I had driver selected, so you would select the proper club. I'm not taking the time to do a lot of stuff, but you could do that. And then putting, I have to aim a little left here, and it says adjusted is about 19 feet. 19 feet. I don't know the stimp's the problem. How's that for speed? Oh yeah, too hard. Because I think it was downhill, so I'd have to take a little off of that versus going for the full 19 feet, kind of like I did there. So just got a little speed, probably set on like 11 or something like that. Let's see if we can make this though. So it's just a little bit right, little 7-footer. Just honestly, I pushed it even though I was aiming right, and I concede with a bogey even though I had a good tee shot off of number 7. So here's hole number 8. That's the difference that I was telling you guys. So if you wanted to, you'd probably mulligan your first shot, because if you go down here, you can skip holes, but I actually haven't found a way to go back to that other hole. So unfortunately, that's kind of how this is set up. So I don't know if you could go back in here now and actually set up your hole settings again. Yeah, see, they're locked because you already went in there. So a couple things that you're just probably going to want to play with for now, and then know that they're going to have to make some adjustments, and I'll make those recommendations to them. I will show you really quick that there are some games available as well. And something that I can also point out is that I have pretty good internet here, but watch how fast everything downloads. I mean, if you want to download something, it's just right away. So nothing is taking up tons of room. I don't think that you're going to need some massive, iPad or anything. So adjusted is 58 yards. Let's just show you how this game looks really quick. 58 yards. Just a little bit of wind though, right to left. So I think we're going to have to kind of cut this in there. That's cutting. Oh, check. I'll take it. That was pretty good for a first kind of 50-yard shot of the day. Goes right to another level. I mean, talk about great practice. 49 yards, different wind now, so you'd have to pay attention to that. Is that enough? Oh, yep. I was worried about it though, so I hit the green. And it makes it fun. That's the one thing is their software I've noticed does have a lot of fun features. So if you're playing with kids and you want games and everything, I mean, there's a lot of great stuff available. So I really hope that this answers a very important question because there's just so many people asking it. So here's another device, the GolfJoy Spica 3. You have a 10% discount code you can use down in the description, pinned to the top of the comments, helps support the channel. And at the same time, this is a great device, works in pretty much any space, basically, that you can swing safely because it's camera, amazing battery, easy connectivity, iOS capability with a no subscription. And if you watch my other videos, I connected it to GSPro and talking about how you don't need a subscription to do that. You're just subscribing to GSPro. So this is a non-subscription based piece of hardware. You do get basic software with it. So I hope that helps everybody. As always, throw some comments down there. Suggest what you want to see, feedback, anything along those lines. I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. There'll be a lot more coming soon.